Travis Hunter, is he making the biggest mistake of his life? Is it puppy love or is it a toxic relationship? Let's talk about it.
Oh, it's good. Good and terrible.
I love Brotha T.
How you doing? This is Terrion Wilson, aka yo boy, Brotha T, here with another one. So I like to thank you and welcome to the New Life Tree, where we like to give you little pine cones of wisdom for your motivation and mental health. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. Remember, I don't know everything, but I might know a lot of things.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You are crazy.
So today we're going to talk about Travis Hunter and his fiance. All right. So they've been going through the ringer, right? People have been dragging her through the mud. They've been dragging him through the mud. People have been so-called warning him of certain things he might be getting himself into. And they're following, looking at everything she does and they're breaking it down. Is she there for the money? Is she there to gold dig them? We don't know, do we? All I know is that they seem to think that they're in love. Now, Travis Hunter, if you don't know, he's going to be a famous football player, but he plays with Colorado, and he's about to get drafted into the NFL, playing for Coach Prime, of course, Deion Sanders with the Colorado Buffaloes, and he just won the prestigious Heisman Trophy. That, for people that don't know, it goes to the best collegiate player. So he's the best college player in the world this year. So is his girlfriend there for a free ride, a free lunch? One thing I can tell you is that she's very, beautiful, and she seems to have, she seems to be very nice in some ways, but there are little things that are red flags in my opinion. First, we're going to go to their Instagram where they were letting people in on their relationship, and let's see what she had to say.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like, we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long time.
Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zone because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him. And then finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like, we hung out the next weekend.
Yeah.
Now, some people are saying that, she friend zoned him and left him in the DMs so she can look him up and see what he was about and see that he had the potential to be a multimillionaire later on and be this big player. And then she was like, "I'm in love." Did she do that? I don't know. I'm going to say probably not. She probably was being real about the friend zone thing. I'm going to take time out right now to talk to some of the ladies out there. You need to stop friend zoning these dudes. To Travis Hunter, I'm going to give you my warning, right? If you love who you love, if you want to take that chance, take that chance. But I can tell you right now that when you like a girl too much and she friend zones you, sometimes she's doing that and she puts leverage over you. Okay. She puts herself over you and she knows that she can do certain things. You won't go anywhere. That can lead to manipulation and mistreatment later on. I know a lot of women are not going to understand that that's watching this. That's why I'm coming from a male perspective, because we know. Trust me, we know. So we're going to go to the next thing. They also said that She has a little attitude. So let's go to the last game he ever played on a collegiate level, and he was celebrating the team, celebrating the big game. And let's see what she does right after the game. Now, was she mad at Travis Hunter? See how that works is very interesting. You have to be aware if you're going to put yourself in front of people and you're going to be a celebrity couple or whatever you want to call it. You have to keep in mind that you're going to all eyes are going to be on you basically, and people are going to watch every move you make. So when you do something like that and you're walking around looking sour and looking pouty, people are watching that, and we're already looking at it as a situation where we thinking you might not like him in the first place, and then we see you pouting after his big moment. Seems to me like you should have been celebrating with him first and then address whatever issues you had. We can keep going, y'all. So let's go to the next incident. Now, this incident is he signed a deal with Adidas, and they did like a pop-up shop where he did a commercial spots, which she was in, by the way, and all this other stuff. So afterwards, he was taking pictures with some fans, and let's just see what happens there.
All right.
I just say you're there where everyone
You went to the hotel, you go walk around.
We're together. We can't find Matt. I called him twice. Where's that coming from? What's that? No, that's Trev, we're going to take one as a group, and that's it.
Now, people are saying that she sat there and said, "Do I have to sit here all day?" Now, she said something else. We'll get to that in a second. But just the looks, the optics of it looks a little funny to me. Not only that, the night he won the Heisman Trophy, there was a little thing going on where people thought that she was being disrespectful by not standing up after he won the award, and he was coming over to his family, including her, to celebrate the win, and she was still sitting down, and they said Dion had to urge her to stand up. Let's look at that. So is that enough evidence to condemn her? I would say probably not all the way, but I do see some things that are troubling, but it might not be what you think. Now, what do I think? Do I think she's a gold digger? Not necessarily. I think she's along for the ride. Now, I don't think she's gonna turn down being with one of the most famous people, athletes in the world, and get millions of dollars. I don't think she's gonna turn that away. You get what I'm saying? But is she in it just for that? No, I think she legit likes him. However, there are some things that trouble me. Some of the things that trouble me is the fact that you seem to be messing up the money. You understand? Now, does she love him? I think she does. I think he genuinely loves her. I think she genuinely loves him. I think he loves her a lot more than she loves him, but that's a whole nother story. And it's just speculation, right? However, she is messing up the money. She has the potential to mess up the money. If you're sitting there doing a photo shoot and you're saying anything, you could be messing up the money, because that's a separate deal from his football contract. So that's money he's earning. Okay. And when you stand in the way of that, you're really, you look, you can be in love all you want, Travis, but when you starting to let your girl mess up the money, you're gonna be in trouble, bro. Because if you stop earning, she's out of there. I can almost guarantee you. So she decided to respond to all the haters. Well, she calls them haters. I think some people are trying to give genuine advice to Travis and maybe her, if you look at it that way, like comedian Godfrey and people like that. Actually, let's look at the Godfrey video and then we'll go into her video.
This message goes out to Travis Hunter. Listen, Travis, I just want you to be careful, man. Yeah, I said it. Be careful. Congratulations on your engagement, but man, you might have to disengage because it's something about this woman, man. The way she was talking to, and the way she was talking like she was really that chick. Listen, you love who you love. Facts, okay? I got that. That's all logical, but something ain't right. I just watched that dumb video of you guys in those matching pajamas that bugged me, and she was like dogging you, going, yeah, he wasn't my type. I was like, he wasn't my type.
It wasn't my type.
And then we went to this party, and then we fell in love. I think, personally, I don't know when you all dated, was it high school? I don't give a fuck. But when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she was like, oh, I love him. I love him. I don't know what she is. She's like Indian looking, Latino looking with a sprinkle of Ebonics. I don't fucking know what she is. But one thing I do know, you need to watch your ass, bro. I'm so serious, man. I just something ain't right. And I'm sure people agree with me right now. They're agreeing with me. Don't get suckered into this shit, bro. You better sign all kinds of fucking papers, man. All right? You better have an ironclad fucking contract because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you successful, you everybody's fucking type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that shit, bro. I'm just saying. I hope Coach Dion is helping him out. He's like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I can't tell you what to do. You just gotta have confidence in what you're doing, and I bless you, bless God, and just be careful to budge out. I just didn't like what she said. She said, I'm not your type. Said, yeah, I think you should have let the bitch go. That's what I mean, I didn't mean to curse, but I'm just saying, you know.
Now, Travis did respond to Godfrey. We won't go into that right now because we're going to get to the important video, which is her response to everything. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. But what's a testimony without a test of faith? So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online. But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women. So then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated look the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who's a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me, and he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. So no, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things, but that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being, and that's why we're together, and that's why we're still together to this day. This clip was at the game after they just won like their last game. People thought I was upset with him celebrating with cheerleaders. I don't know where that came from because he never celebrated with cheerleaders. So that I don't know where that started, but that's not what I said. But what y'all didn't see before the clip, me and him were talking. We had already interacted. I had already said congratulations. I had already kissed him over the fence that we couldn't get through. So the real reason why I was mad is because the security, and you can ask any of the family members who was actually there, they didn't want no one to storm the field. So they had 1,000 security people holding everyone back. But the people in the field were like, let the family down. Like, the family can come down. So everyone was going back and forth. I was arguing with the security guard because he wouldn't let no family through, but they let the cheerleaders on the opposing team get through the fences. So I was like, so when I finally got down to the field, that's why I told Travis, like, he had already seen it. I already congratulated him. We had already spoke, got on the field, and then I was upset because I had just finished arguing with somebody. And then what y'all don't see after 5-second clip is right after that, I let it go. I was like, you know what, like, celebrate. We took pictures. We were with our families, and then we went to his meet and greet. Had another wonderful event there. That's all that happened in that. That was next clip. The Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here, or do you want me to go with the family, or do you want me to come with you? Because what y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like, what? And he was like, you could do what you want. Like, you could sit there. You can go shop. You can come to the hotel. You can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy because it's not what happened. And I just think people are just finding every single little thing and trying to make it something it's not. And then bird brain individuals are just accepting what they see online. Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly, truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So when his name was called, I instantly was gonna, if you watch the video, you can see me like, but his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up. Maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there, and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. Like, and once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up, greet him, congratulate him. But then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime, and I knew they were going to film that moment. And because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot, so I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down so I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are going to be like, oh, why is she crying? Like, you know, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him.
Now, do you believe her? I kind of do. Yeah, I believe her. I believe those things happen just the way they happen. And I believe that the public took them out and blew them out of proportion, and they got some stuff wrong, maybe some actual details. However, young lady, you are becoming a distraction. Let me tell you, for instance, at the game situation, where you came down and it was his last game. He just played the game. He probably played good enough to seal the Heisman. If the security guards didn't let you in or whatever, just hug him and just be happy in that moment. Tell him later. You get what I'm saying? the Nike thing, don't say anything, or just say, babe, I'm gonna go with the family. Problem resolved. Once again, at the Heisman Trophy dinner, I mean not dinner, but I guess it's, do they have dinner? I don't know. But at the Heisman Trophy award ceremony, uh, I don't think you did anything wrong there. But you stand up, you hug him. I think you should have ran over to him. That's your man, right? And you're about to get married, so nobody would have said anything, right? But you didn't do anything wrong necessarily there. Now, the last thing I'm gonna say is, when you're talking about a guy, and this can be to any lady out there, when you're talking about a guy and you're talking about, well, they weren't really my type, that's an insult, and you don't know it's an insult. And even when she said, well, I don't really care about looks, you're kind of calling them ugly without calling them ugly. Think about it. It's like, if somebody was with me, I know some of you think I'm handsome, you know what I'm saying? But let's say you didn't. And that can happen too, right? And then later on, you're like, how did you guys meet? And you're like, well, he wasn't my type. All of a sudden, oh. Now, if he would have said that, the same thing she said, we would have looked at him a little different, and y'all know it. All right? So let's stop playing around. And to say something like, oh, I don't care how people look, that's like, okay, well, but anyway, I'll let it go. But stop becoming a distraction. Stop messing up the money, and y'all gonna be okay. I do wish them the best. If they're gonna be together, if he's gonna marry her, I urge you to get a prenup. I don't care how much you think you're in love right now. I don't care how much puppy love is going on, googly eyes, all that good stuff. Get the prenup, okay? Because things can break down and things will change. There's something called oxytocin, right? And that gets you to loving somebody, and you're head over heels, and that's the thing that makes you blind to what the other person is doing and saying. Once that wears off, now you have to deal with each other. You ever been part of a relationship or seen a relationship where they seemed so much in love, like you inseparable? You see them walking hand in hand. They're always lovey-dovey. They're always kissing. And then 6 years later, they look like they never met each other. They sleep in separate rooms. You get what I'm saying? The oxytocin wore off. Travis, the oxytocin is going to wear off, homie. Make sure that this is the person you like being around. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to make any judgments, because maybe you two guys belong together, but protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. And one last thing I'm going to say before I leave is that there is a track record of athletes, once they're not earning like they used to earn, the average athlete in the NFL, they don't last too many years. So if you're lucky and you're able to play lengthy years and you don't get massive, crazy injuries, great. But you do have to prepare, because once you're not earning as much and you have to stop playing, or you got to go into a different career choice, sometimes that's when those marriages break down. You feel me? Because things change. Not to say that the woman is a bad person in this scenario, but things just change. People change. Now, sometimes I listen to Coach Greg Adams on YouTube, and he likes to say something. I don't know if he made it up. I don't know if he took it from somebody else, but he always says, when a man and woman gets married, a man marries a woman hoping she never changes, and a woman marries a man hoping that he changes, and both are wrong. That's one thing to leave you with. So good luck to you guys. I hope you make it out here. I don't think she's as bad as people were saying, but I'm out of here. Peace. Check you on the next one.